1 year.
Ooh, baby. Morning's here again. So let's do this, sugar. And no cream. Wake up slow, take that first sip. Shizzy's got 'em slipping, losing their grip. His moves so smooth to start your day. What you gonna do? Oh, you know the way. You know Papa don't flinch, don't blink. Ooh, baby, he's sharper than you think. Morning Whiz, take it in. Shizzy's got a whole new spin. Fools keep falling, truth's on fire. Papa Nut just lit the pyre. Oh no, they tried to come for him. Look at those fools looking so dim. They poke, they scratch, they beg, they plead. But I'm right here, waiting for my daddy to lead. Pour it black, shake off the night. Shizzy's teasing, get me going just right. Morning Whiz, start the show. Sip it slow, let it flow. Fools are crying, game's been set. Ooh, baby, they ain't seen nothing yet. Now that's a morning sugar. Coffee's hot and burning. And Shizzy Daddy, oh, he's just getting started. Come on, Daddy, get me some of that something.
Oh my God, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry. He took it to the Velcro show.
I'm muted, aren't I? Yes, I thought I had it unmuted, but I muted it. Alas, I did. Unmute, you fool. I told you I would boomer this stuff out. I do it all the time. I thought I had it unmuted, but no, alas, here I am. Here I am. Good morning, faves. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights, the greatest sports highlights that you've ever heard. Boomer audio. Somebody has to. Jack's mom, good to see you. Good to see you. Muted. I know. Frenchie, you're gonna like today's song. You might be able to get some of it. If you can keep up. If you haven't heard it, that's the newest one out. Good morning, my cult lord. Thank you, Mountain. I appreciate it. Oh yes. Apparently we are a cult over here. You too can join the crazy cult. It's nuts over here. It's absolutely nuts. But Frenchie, this one I think you'll appreciate. And French will say, I don't understand. Maybe he's not making a whole lot of sense. Well, what better way to get your morning started than with a Haitian Creole song? So I wrote this last night with Mo. Mo was helping me out. Mo in the deep end. Thank you so much for the idea. It was beautiful. If you didn't catch it last night, that's okay. We will torture you with it here. yeah, it seems like the lol cow, she likes to write songs. So I said, hey, you know what? I've been doing this a while too. You're not the first. So here you go. We got a song for you. Are you ready? I don't know if you can handle it. I don't know if you can handle it, but it's right here for you guys. There it is.
Yeah! Flow 666. Camion repo à brûle doucement. Toi bouche, zéro l'argent amène. Qui te coffre la frappe. Si c'est toi la big, c'est yon écran crasé. Rêve de la queen et yon plan qui finit dans le trou. On peut briller mais pas y'aucun reste y'aucun côté. Drame arrête à braler dans l'air. Yo te repos bagali semaine passée. Faut fauteuil wachita sous camion. Faut yo tax expiré sous yon ego loué. Flex sac plastique quand y'est réel en dedans. La fumée ak menti c'est toute ma cli bâti. Camion remorquage paraît. Pas de guet deuxième chance. Repo oh oh, clé yo pas même bouli. Voix tifi rich sous fourri. Tifi broke. Bouche sale, race libar, les ça et puis souris. Pousse yon lol call bro. Repo, délision sous prêt. Blanc paiement en dépassé, li toujours pas payé. Bouche méchant, mais li son effet. Distract lol call, là toujours à prendre bâton. L'Italie inventé sa tire à la belle bagaille. Des pégoches à traîner dans le gravier A. Punchline, yo campé, te couillon vieux machine sous bloc là. Bit la paix, essayez courir, li quitter le derrière sous l'air. Tambour crise, l'argent yo semblait vraiment mais souris clipboard, les banques l'ont entré. En état sous tout bagaille, même image ni gagne. Cry like meltdown, même vieux caca bouquet à. Lap jappé fort, mais mordé à pas jambe vini. Celle ça qui rete, c'est ma caoutchouc côté derrière, elle prend du feu. Oh oh oh, clé yo pas même pour lui. Voix tifi rich, sous fourri, tifi broke. Bouche sale, race libar, les ça et puis souris. Pousse yon lol call, bro. Repo, délision sous prêt. Plan paiement en dépassé, li toujours pas payé. Bouche méchant, mais li son effet. Distract lol call, là toujours à prendre bâton. Knock, m'a frappé porte là. M'a ramassé toute dette ça yo. Faux fame, faux flex, faux tough act. Yo traîner l'allée en silence, li pas tourner. Ou pas carré pour ça, li pas jam possédé. Ou pas qu'à saisir, qui pas jam grandi. Carrière a toujours pas li pas jam quitter l'autre là. Bouche toilette à pourri seulement. L'on place vide. Mes character syndrome, compétence mino-league. Le yak modo qui toujours été. Palette un coulorage, mais les lits tombés, c'est poussière seulement. Catalogue dérouillé, passé yon ville junkyard. Bris background, avec un fauteuil live stream. La balance est sauvage, toujours à brater. Deadly, les bikes trolls manger. Et puis les crier obsession. Toute la ville tourne compté. Dépression, droite, devant. Continuer, laissez-moi même à coup, on vole ça. Camion repos a fait back, fait net, descend. Li TV la vie, mais qu'on y a tout fait sous vision. Fatra, palette, et puis li semble même genre. Clé yo pas même pour lui. Voix, tifi rich, sous fourri, tifi broke. Bouche sale, glace libar, les a et puis souris. Pousse yon lol call, bro. Repo, délision sous prêt. Plan paiement en dépassé, li toujours pas payé. Bouche méchant, mais li son effet. Distract lol call, là toujours à prendre bâton. Pour parler, move back. Bagué modé, bagué clé. Lol call, fort perdu, non chouette, non prêté. Prêté pour ma appris, li mien yo toujours li men. Talent toujours fantôme, li pas j'en payé d'être li. Songez-moi, pas de parfait pour pédir. Yeah.
Now, for those of you wondering what that said, well, you just have to understand. The Creole language is so sensual and sexual language. I knew you'd like it, Frenchie. Lucky I speak foreign. Try dancing, but still too much. Oh, what's oh, how are you doing, love? My coffee is all splashed out of my cup with this catchy morning bump and grind. Thank you. Thank you, I watch. Oh my gosh. Oh, you've been making my days whenever you your recaps are beautiful. Oh yes, that was stick around to the end of the stream. You might get the real or the actual version of that. Ah, yes. So I need those translating earbuds, dang it. Oh, that was written especially for the macchiatos. Oh yeah, she went on a spiral again last night. Ooh. Or should I say about 4 hours ago, she went on a spiral again. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. We might bring that out. A banger hit out of District 9. Frozen. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, I had so much fun doing that. But you know, she likes to say, I like to put the words up there so people can read it. Well, there you go. I put the words up there so people can read it. And you know, you too can watch it multiple times, get the words down before I release the video. When isn't she spiraling, Melissa? I have no idea. It's like a constant spiral. Let me bring up my volume a little bit because I'm probably pretty low. That might help out a little bit. Was she going off about Cyber Chicken? Yeah. That wasn't all that she went off on. She's a peach and a national treasure. Yes, Rosalind. I did tag you in that video, so you can play it for people so they get to hear it. Because that's what we do. We put words up on the screen so you guys can learn. Yes. So you can learn the song before I put a video. It's so much fun with that. Oh, thank you for the volume boost. You're welcome, Gay. You're welcome, Gail. Before we get into the crazy, we'll get some of the other crazy out of the way. Court documents, yeah, and we'll do like I've been doing, because I think it's a little bit easier to go through some of this, just because some of these court documents are pretty boring. And, the last thing I want to do is bore you with too much. That isn't how we do things here. We show some of the court documents, but we don't dwell on it too much, because who needs to dwell on court documents? The things that people are things people are getting their asses in trouble for. The appellants below allege violations of due process. Now, if you're wondering what this one is, this right here is Dan Owen's response to the appeal. Now, again, I don't think that there's going to be much of a case, just because they're going to have really a hard time. Any time that you're trying to appeal something like this, it's going to be pretty hard. But Randy's response is pretty good. So, I mean, there's that 50-50 chance. Basically, statement of jurisdiction. This is about due process violations of the United States Constitution, requesting declaratory and injunctive relief, among others. And this is they basically are saying the district court has resolved all the claims at the motion to dismiss stage, entered a final judgment on December 19th, 2025. So think about that. That was almost 6 months ago that was dismissed. That's how long it took. So we got this right here is statement of the issues, raises 6 main issues and 21 sub-issues against one appellee. The majority of these issues in the initial brief address arguments were expressly not addressed by the court in the appealed order of dismissal. So what they're saying is the issues haven't even been raised with the appeals court. Appellants, however, one possible specific issue directed at district court's order dismissal for failure to state a cause of action is shown herein, because there is no private cause of action under full faith and credit clause, and because appellee can never be liable under the facts alleged, making any proposed amendment futile. District court order was proper and should be affirmed. Because the district court's order on appeal did not address prosecutorial or absolute immunity, nor was the order based on either of those doctrines, appellee respectively declines to respond. The district court did not address them. So what they're saying here is these weren't addressed in the lower court, so we shouldn't even address them here. Appellee has no position on the appellant's statements of the facts to the extent that they predate any interaction with the appellee. Further, appellee objects to any legal conclusions that appellants may have in their statements, as those are not facts, but appellants' own legal interpretations of application of statutes or other laws. They provide that the following are alleged facts and allegations pertinent to the district court's order of dismissal on the complaint. Basically, they say when this was filed, that they... For the protection order, let's see, the complaint had 2 counts, 1 and 2. Count 1 was for violation of civil rights and violation of due process rights. Appellant saw a declaration for not following a protection order against 2 non-parties, money damages, punitive damages, attorney fees and costs, injunctive relief requiring full faith and credit. They allege that the state official employed by the state of Florida, the entire complaint was centered upon and main allegations that by the appellants that they initiated, that there was an that the appellee, which would be Owens, initiated an investigation by sending an email to Levy County Sheriff's Office about statements about the resident of Cook were accurate, and also investigating the truthfulness of the statements of the original protection order proceeding, effectively relitigating the merits of the order. Because we remember that was their main complaint, was just like, hey, you know, he involved himself in this as a law official, is like a sheriff would, and by investigating in it, because, hey, you know, there's no reason they should be directing the sheriff's department to look into it other than to see that there was a protection order, which would have been good and proper. Say, yes, there is a protection order in place. Yes, it does cross state lines. And yes, we should follow the rule of law and, you know, get this person to stop, like handle this properly. But they didn't do that. They sort of skirted around the edge of it and said, we'll see if what he said in there, and tried to relitigate it. And that has been their complaint. They filed a motion to dismiss with prejudice. We already know that. They filed a response in opposition to the motion. Within the response, they again affirmed their allegation was that they violated the civil rights. On December 19th, the district court entered its order granting a motion to dismiss. They did summarize the claims that they violated 18 U.S.C. 22865 and appellant's due process by inquiring into the veracity of the protective orders. The district court then found there was no possible claim for a violation of 18 U.S.C. The full faith and credit clause expressly states it applies to courts and law enforcement officers. District court then stated that appellants have not alleged appellee was a court or law enforcement, but was a state employee. But, you know, he was acting in that capacity. So, you know, basically they didn't even want to look at the case. And we already said from the get-go that more than likely this wasn't even going to go through, you know, just looking at it, because, you know, they've got qualified immunity. They can basically say, hey, you know, I can do what I want to, and there's nothing that you can say or do about it. Makes you feel real confident with your government, doesn't it? Cheerful, isn't it? That, you know, your state officials can get away with some of the most heinous shit. The district court concluded that appellees have pleaded no facts plausible suggesting that they nullified anything. District court, that they never got to that point. They just got it to the point of dismissal. District court then acknowledged that appellee raised other defenses and arguments, prosecutorial immunity, qualified immunity, but the court need not address any more as appellants have not plausibly alleged any claim. And that's basically, then they go through a whole bunch of citations, which we're not going to read over the citations. Within the initial brief, appellants do not demonstrate where the district court erred in its order, nor find that appellants failed to state a claim under full faith and credit clause, nor presented a substantive due process claim. The order did not evaluate either the prosecutorial immunity or the absolute immunity. What is clear, however, is a full faith and credit clause applies only to courts and law enforcement officers, because appellee Owens is not a law enforcement officer, but he was acting for the state in that capacity by directing law enforcement. I don't know, that raises questions. District court recognized these facts, dismissed the case for failure to state a claim. And then they'll say that they basically, their argument is they properly dismissed it, which you would expect them to do. Full faith credit clause only prescribed by rules federal and state are to be guided when questions arise in the progress of the pending suit as to the faith and credit given to the court by public acts. And then they just basically, the Supreme Court squarely addressed the issue in Thompson v. Thompson, which held full faith and credit clause in either its constitutional or statutory form does not give rise to the implied federal cause of action. So basically saying, screw you, you lose, is what their point is in all of this. Inquiry into judgments is proper, that the full faith and credit clause does not prevent an inquiry into the jurisdiction of the court, which a judgment is rendered to pronounce the judgment, nor the rights of the state to exercise authority over the parties or the subject matter. Constitution did not mean to confer any new power on the statuses, but states, but simply to regulate the effect of their acknowledged jurisdiction over persons and things within their territory. It did not make the judgments of the states domestic judgments to all intents and purposes, but only gave general validity, faith, and credit to them as evidence. So basically acknowledging that there might be one, but yeah, we're not going to handle, something that's in another state for this state. We're not going to, basically they said, we don't have to follow the law, and that, Ohio put down as far as, having a protective order. They said, nope, we don't have to follow this. We don't care what you have to say. We're not going to do it. An amendment to the complaint would be futile, this is the argument of saying, hey, you file this and you're asking for anything that might allow us to amend. So they basically say, they lose. And even if they amend it, there would be no way to correct this. The extent the appellants may argue that they should have been allowed to amend the complaint, they are precluded from doing so. The proper method for requesting leave to amend by complaint is filing a motion, basically saying, yeah, even if they do, it would be completely moot because they're not allowed to in this court. Below, it's undisputed the appellants never filed a motion to amend their complaint, never requested a leave amendment to their complaint, nor moved to vacate the dismissal of the complaint. So those are the statutes that they give there. Further, a district court may deny leave to amend when amendment would be futile. So that's basically what they're saying in this. It's pretty boilerplate on some of it. Some of that they would have to file, just like, even if you try to amend it, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't fix the issue. We were a grumpy bunch, not like yesterday. Well, I hope not. I hope you're not too grumpy. But Randy did respond to this, and I might go a little bit more in depth on this. I don't know. It's only 17 pages. So we like I said, we can fly through this pretty quick here, and it gives case citations. So the Appellee's Owens answer brief confirms the central flaw in the district court's dismissal. So what they're trying to do is point out where it wasn't quite right. They unilaterally refused to enforce facially valid judicial protection orders by an Ohio court. They investigated whether the protected person committed perjury in obtaining those orders and advised law enforcement not to enforce them all without affording appellants any notice or opportunity to be heard. So that's their biggest complaint right here, is they're bringing up the reason why what the central flaw was in the district court's dismissal is that there was an Ohio protective order. They investigated whether the person committed perjury in obtaining those orders, and 3, advised law enforcement not to enforce them, all without affording the appellants any way of saying, yeah, we're not going to do this. So the answer brief does not dispute these core factual allegations. Instead, it attempts to avoid liability through narrow statutory construction arguments while completely ignoring appellant's procedural due process claim. The answer brief makes 3 principal arguments. There's no private cause of action under section 2265. And 2, there was one. And 2, Appellee Owen is not law enforcement personnel. And 3, inquiry into foreign judgments is permissible. Each argument fails. More fundamentally, the answer brief does not address, indeed explicitly declines to address appellant's procedural due process claim, which provides an independent basis for liability regardless of Section 2265's enforceability. This reply brief demonstrates why the district court's dismissal must be reversed and the case remand for further proceedings. Or basically, you need to hear the crazy that's going on here. The argument is they admits he violates federal law by unilaterally nullifying valid judicial protection orders without notice or hearing. Now, the answer brief does not dispute the factual allegations that form the basis of the claims. This means that Owens did not dispute that he, one, sent an email requesting documents to investigate whether appellant Hales committed perjury in obtaining the Ohio protection orders, and two, stated he wanted to see what representations Hales made with regard to Preston Cook's residence. Advised the Levy County Sheriff's Office to caution against enforcing this injunction and successfully prevented enforcement on at least 3 occasions when appellants requested it. These facts establish that appellee Owen did exactly what appellants allege. He refused to recognize the facial validity of judicially issued protection orders, initiated investigation into their underlying basis, and effectively nullified their protective effect, which we know that he did this crap. The answer brief's assertion that Owen merely inquired into the validity of the orders mischaracterizes the complaint and contradicts Officer Williams' report, which states that enforcement was refused based on Owen's position and that the report would be for documentation only. When the assistant state attorney responsible for prosecuting violations of protection orders affirmatively refuses to enforce those orders and advises law enforcement not to enforce them, the orders lose their protective effect as a practical matter. You understand what this means. It's just like, hey, if you're out here saying that, well, you can document this, but don't do anything. You're effectively telling your law enforcement agencies that even if you do bring them in, I won't prosecute. I mean, that's pretty shitty. Think about that. Imagine if they had gone the way that they keep talking about by feeding him to alligators, or the way that the antis have talked about, and one in particular talked about, tying his feet up, dragging him out off his front porch with a truck, those kinds of things. Those are valid threats. And the state, Owens, led by, with Owens, says, well, even if they did that, we wouldn't prosecute. I mean, that's what they're telling. This is effectively what they've told Jeremy, is even if someone brings harm against you, we're not going to do anything about it. They're going to have to do something. Just making the threat isn't enough, although they have a protective order against these people, namely Cook and Preston, that effectively, we're not going to do a damn thing. We're just gonna sit back and watch the shit show. That's what they told him, and they have every right to have those protective orders taken care of. Now, the answer brief relies highly on Thompson v. Thompson for the proposition that the full faith and credit clause does not create a private cause of actions. This reliance is misplaced for 3 reasons. First, Thompson addressed the Parental Kidnapping Prevention Act, not Section 2265. Ooh. The legislative history of PKPA demonstrates Congress's reluctance to create a federal cause of action or involve federal courts in substantive custody decisions. In contrast, the legislative history of 2265 reflects Congress' recognition for the need for federal intervention to address the inadequacies of state systems in dealing with domestic violence, and with the explicit knowledge of the interstate nature of domestic violence requiring federal jurisdiction. Second, appellants do not assert an implied cause of action under Section 2265. Rather, appellants assert that Section 2265 creates individually enforceable rights under the express statutory remedy of Section 1983. The Supreme Court has already repeatedly held that Section 1983 is a generally and presumptive available remedy for claimed violations of federal law. Thompson addresses implied rights of action, not Section 1983 enforcement of statutory rights. Third, the answer brief ignores the Supreme Court's framework for determining whether a statute creates enforceable rights under 1983. The Supreme Court reaffirmed that statutes create individual rights under Section 1983 when they use clear and unambiguous rights-created language with unmistakable focus on individuals. I mean, damn. The answer brief provides no response to this analysis. It does not address Televsky, Medina, or the 11th Circuit's three-factor test articulation in Arrington v. Helms. It does not explain why 2265's mandatory rights-focused language directed at protecting individual domestic violence victims should not be enforceable under 1983. The silence is telling. So them not addressing it is sort of giving it away that, yeah, they understand what they did is sort of wrong. Most significantly, the answer brief does not address appellant's procedural due process claim. The answer brief explicitly states that most, if not all, of appellant's issues in their initial brief are not relevant, as the district court did not make any findings on these points, which are not part of the order on appeal. This position misunderstands the nature of the appellate review. The district court dismissed appellant's complaint for failure to state a claim. On de novo review, this court must determine whether the complaint states a plausible claim for relief under any legal theory properly pleaded. District court's failure to address procedural due process does not preclude this court from considering whether that claim was adequately pleaded. Appellant's procedural due process claim has three elements: deprivation of protected liberty interest, state action, and constitutionally inadequate process. The answer brief does not dispute that appellee Owen is a state actor. It does not dispute that appellant's alleged a liberty interest in personal security recognized by valid judicial protection orders, and does not dispute that appellant Owen refused to enforce those orders without affording appellants any notice, hearing, or opportunity to be heard. The procedural due process claim does not depend on establishing a private right of action under Section 2265. Even if it were not enforceable through 1983, the federal statutory mandate establishes the legal framework within which state officials must operate. When a state official refuses to comply with that federal mandate without affording constitutionally adequate process, that refusal violates procedural due process. The answer brief's failure to address its independent basis for liability is fatal to its position. The district court's dismissal cannot be affirmed on grounds the appellee has not defended. And they basically say that federal law categorically forbids the investigation into foreign protection orders that appellee Owen concedes he conducted. It argues that the inquiry into foreign judgments is permissible under full faith and credit law. This argument fails for three reasons. One, the case addresses general full faith and credit principles, not the specific statutory mandate of 2265. They enacted 2665 precisely to close the major loophole created when states question the validity of an out-of-state protection orders. The state requires that qualifying protection orders shall be accorded full faith and credit and enforced as if it were the order of the enforcing state. This mandatory language forecloses inquiry into the underlying basis of facially valid orders. And this is the same thing that they stated right off the bat. It's like, hey, we've got this guy that's going against what is federal law, saying you have to enforce this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with looking into it to ensure that there is a protective order, reaching out to the other state and say, is this a valid protective order? There's nothing wrong with that. But to say, well, I want to see what's inside the protective order because I want to see if they perjured themselves. That's whenever you start doing investigation into it. All they had to do was see that there was a protective order, whether it was a valid protective order, not whether it was valid because the way that he said anything inside of it. big difference there. Is there one? Yes, there is one. Not him just saying, well, I have this protective order, and then looking and seeing that, oh, there's no protective order. That would be completely two different things. What they were doing is trying to get into the actual case of it and say, well, does this actually even apply? Because, did he said something he wasn't supposed to? On the second, the Supreme Court had held that the full faith and credit clause precludes any inquiry into the merits of the cause of action, the logistic or consistency of the decision, or the validity of the legal principles on which the judgment is based. Owen's investigation into whether appellant Hales committed perjury, right here, this is what he's talking about. Whenever they're talking about it, it's not whether it was valid or not, because you do have to look to see whether there's one there, but to see whether he committed perjury in obtaining the orders constitutes precisely the type of inquiry the full faith and credit clause prohibits, which basically is just trying to retry the case. The Attorney General recognizes prohibition in a 1996 opinion addressing foreign protection orders under the Violence Against Women Act. The opinion states that foreign protection orders issued in compliance with Section 2265 are enforceable by Florida law without the need for registration or recording. Owen's argument that he was entitled to investigate the protection orders under Florida's foreign judgment enforced procedures directly contradicts the Attorney General's interpretation. The district court abused its discretion by dismissing with prejudice when appellants expressly requested leave to amend for a perceived deficiency. And they do argue that amendment would be futile because appellant Owen is incapable of being liable for any violation of the full faith and credit clause. It assumes the answer to the legal question this appeal presents, whether 226 creates enforceable rights and whether a state official who refuses to enforce protection orders can be held liable under 1983. Moreover, appellant's procedural due process claim provides an independent basis for liability that does not depend on Section 2265's enforceability. Yeah, so all of this right here is basically saying that they just dismissed it on merits for failure to state a claim without providing any opportunity to amend and without explaining why an amendment would be futile. Under these circumstances, the district court abused its discretion by dismissing with prejudice. Appellee Owens exercised law enforcement authority under Section 2265 by controlling whether protection orders would be enforced. It argues that Owen is not a law enforcement personnel because he is an assistant state attorney. This argument ignores the functional approach that courts apply in determining official roles and responsibilities. The determination of whether an official qualifies as law enforcement personnel depends on the function performed. When prosecutors conduct a pre-charged investigation, they perform law enforcement functions regardless of their official title. In Rivera v. Leal, it authorizes assistant state attorneys to participate in criminal investigations and investigatory subpoenas. Owen's email requesting documents to investigate potential perjury occurred before any charging decision and constitutes exactly the type of pre-charging investigation that Florida law authorizes and that courts have recognized as a law enforcement function. More fundamentally, the complaint alleges that Owens exercised functional control over enforcement of the Ohio protection orders. His investigation position effectively prevented any enforcement action by Levy County Sheriff's Office. This functional control over enforcement decision places him squarely within the category of personnel responsible for enforcement under federal law. The answer brief confirms the fundamental problem with the district court's dismissal. Owens unilaterally refused to enforce facially valid judicial protection orders, investigated their underlying basis for violation of federal law, and deprived appellants of their liberty, interest, and personal security without any process whatsoever. The answer brief offers no defense of the procedural due process claim, mischaracterized the legal standards governing 1983 enforcement of statutory rights, and ignores controlling Supreme Court precedent. This case is not about second-guessing ordinary prosecutorial discretion. It is about whether a state prosecutor may step outside the judicial process, conduct his own collateral investigation into facially valid protection orders, communicate a position that discourages enforcement, and leave protected persons with no notice, no hearing, no meaningful opportunity to be heard. Federal law commands that qualifying protection orders shall be accorded full faith and credit and enforced as if they were orders of the enforcing state. So basically saying, it should be followed as if this was issued by Florida. Such orders upon presentation, subject only to the statutory facial and service-related checks. Those mandates have practical meaning only if state officials cannot replace enforcement with an informal, one-sided inquiry into whether the protected person deserve that order. Whether they should have been given the order or not, it doesn't matter. The pleaded facts show exactly that risk. They requested the Ohio petition because he wanted to determine whether Hales committed perjury in obtaining the protection orders. A Levy County officer then recorded that Owen would caution against enforcing this injunction and that the report would be for documentation only. They sought enforcement on multiple occasions, and that enforcement was refused based on Owens's own position. At the pleading stage, those allegations must be treated as what they are, a plausible claim that Owens's intervention operated as a de facto barrier to enforcement. In this circuit court, a procedural due process claim requires deprivation of, it just gives you an example of what they are. If they did affirm it would create a dangerous precedent, it would permit a prosecutor, then think about how shitty this is, to perform investigative functions to accomplish indirectly what no court had done directly, strip a protection order of a practical effect without procedural safeguards the Constitution requires and without the enforcement of federal and Florida law command. That rule would make protection orders much less reliable when they are most needed. When a protected person crosses state lines, it depends on officials to honor an existing judicial order. So effectively, what Randy is saying here is this precedent that they're setting. Think of, you put this into a serious predicament, because if they allow this to happen, they allow this to go through. Imagine you as just say you're a 30-year-old female, and you've got 2 kids, and you've got an abusive husband. You live in Ohio, Michigan, New York, wherever it might be. This person is so violent, they've threatened to delete you. Just picture this in your mind. They've made these threats. That state issues a protective order that says he's not supposed to be within any certain distance, not to communicate, not to be anywhere near them. And your family is living down in Florida. You get the protective order in New York. So you go down there to be with your family. And then this guy shows up on your doorstep, knocking on the door, threatening again. You call the police, and the police show up and they say, well, we need to investigate whether this is valid or not. Because because he's sitting there arguing, no, there's no protective order. You can't do anything. I'm allowed to be here to see my kids. Although this guy has already beaten his wife within every inch of her life. They say, well, it's the totality of the situation. Let's call and see if she lied on this, because he's saying she lied on the protective order. So they start investigating it. And then they say, we're just going to do it for documentation purposes. So if he shows up, we'll show up, but we'll just document that he showed up. That's basically what they said. Pretty shitty on them. And that's what Jeremy's having to deal with. Imagine just the thought of that amount, that level of crazy. It just hoits. It hoits so much. All right, you guys wanted to hear it because we're gonna get into a little bit of the macchiatos. We're gonna get into a little bit of the macchiatos. I think you guys might be able to handle it. I guess we'll have to see if you can handle the music. I don't know. Is it possible that you can handle the music? I don't know. So you wanted to hear the original one. You wanted to hear the translation of that song. Well, how about I give you the translation? I hope you enjoy this.
Triple six flow, repo truck slow, big mouth, zero bankroll. Let the truck knock. Buffering star on a busted screen, Tree dreams in a dead end scheme. Whole lot of noise, no receipts nowhere. Pass through drama, just crawling through the air. Shit got repossessed last week. Fake throne sitting on the repo fleet. Expired tags on the rented ego ride. Plastic back flex, nothing real inside. Smoking lies, built a whole brand. Tow truck showed up, no second chance. Repo, ho, keys ain't even hers. Rich girl voice on them broke girl furs. Trash for a mouth, class is low. Smile, you allow cow, bro. Repo, delusional loan payment plan overdue, still ain't paid no. Big bad mouth, sounding weak. Law cow, diss track, still getting beat. Claim she invented satire, hot cute, 2 left feet, dragging through the gravel chute. Punchline style like a hoopty on the block. Beat try to run, left her on the clock. 10 from drums, funds looking real thin. Clipboard grin when the bank walked in. Know we're doing everything. Lean on the image, cry loud, melt down, same tie shit. Barking loud, but the bite never came. Just skid marks where her ass got flamed. Repo, ho, keys ain't even hers. Rich girl voice on them broke girl furs. Trash for a mouth, class is low. Eat it and smile, you a law cow, bro. Repo, delusional loan payment plan overdue, still ain't paid though. Big bad mouth, sounding weak. Law cow, diss track, still getting big. Nah. I'm slapping at the go, collecting all them dues, y'all. Fake, talk, act, all dog quiet, ain't coming back. Can't repo what you never own. Can't seize hits that was never grown. Career still part, never left the lot. Potty mouth just running the empty spot. Main character syndrome, minor league skill, grenade ego with an outstanding bill. Thunder talk dust when it hit the ground. Catalog worse than the junkyard town. Background noise with a live stream thrown. Swinging route, still missing on the own. Fees the trolls, then cry about obsession. Whole life turn content straight to pressure. Keep screaming, I'm her with a stolen crown. Reaper truck backing up, windows down. Wanted smoke, now choke on the view. The trash pulled up and look just like you. Repo, ho, keys ain't even hers. Rich girl voice on them broke girl furs. Trash for a mouth, class is low. Eat it and smile, you a law cow, bro. Repo, delusional loan payment plan overdue, still ain't paid though. Big bad mouth, sounding weak. Law cow, diss track, still getting big.
I would play the original for you where we got the idea from. But yes, it is much more of an FU. It is much more. It is a little more brutal, the translation. and it's up there. I put it up just for that. And if you can translate the French to to English, then you might get it. Pay your bills, you'd be spared no repo, right, lolcow? Yeah, there's a little bit of that kind of crazy out there. But that wasn't all I was going to show you. And you're going to have to listen to just the words on this next one, because for whatever reason, the lolcow, which I think is completely inappropriate, decided that she was going to post her kids' photos on this. So I'll switch it over to this right here, and then I'm going to resize this picture so that way you can't see the kids, because why would you do that? Why would you post pictures of your kids on the interwebs? Like, seriously. Have we not learned this? Don't post your kids' pictures on the interwebs. And at one point we'll be able to drop that down because she makes it go away, but just listen to this crap.
Stick around. Hold on a second. I'm going to give you something. Do you want something? Hold on. You are the most loyal. You are the loyalist.
You are the loyalists.
You are the loyalist. Okay.
You are the loyalists. You're the loyalists. Yeah, the loyalists of them all. Good morning, Shizzy, and everyone in the chat. Yeah.
You are all so wonderful.
So wonderful.
You are going to see something that I saw.
Oh, we get to see something that I saw.
And I want you to see. Do you want to stay for it? Do you want to watch it?
Do you want to watch it? Do you want to see it? Do you want to stick on it?
Hold on.
Do you want to play with it?
It just takes a minute.
You want to see it?
We're getting closer.
Closer.
Perfect.
Perfect. It's so perfect. Oh my God.
Are you still here?
You still
guys
here?
Deserve this.
You guys deserve this. Oh, you know what we have now? Oh yeah, you know what we have now? We have her bringing up the Brokens of Bakers. Yeah, the Brokens of Bakers. Yeah, she brings up the Brokens of Bakers. Yeah. Because she is still so butthurt over this. She is still so butthurt over this. Now, I remember whenever Baker did this, it was a late night intimate kind of thing. All right. What he was doing is he was going to read some Hans Christian Andersen. Okay. This was around Christmas times. Okay. Baker being Baker, out having fun. I guess the shoulders were just too much for her. Just too much for her. Oh, she couldn't handle that the Baker is out here, showing off his beefcake. She's probably going, why can't my husband look like this? He's like a little doughboy. He just stays so just limpid. I don't understand.
Good evening. Welcome to my new experiment. As you know, I do a lot of crazy stuff. And someone told me that why not read a fairy tale for people before they have to go to bed?
Yeah. Yeah, why not read a fairy tale before people are crashing out? Have a little bit of fun. If I'm not mistaken, I think it might have been Expert that was like, you totally need to do this. Of course, Expert always comes up with the craziest ideas. It's always interesting. Please, my dear people in the chat, show some love to Sweet Faves, liking and subscribing and sharing. Yes, definitely show her some love. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Love. Yeah, Volstorm in the morning. And you thought Rosalind Duke owned the shoulder game. I'm telling you, look at the Baker. He's showing the ladies like beefcake. Morning, Legal Tubes.
I don't know why someone claims I have a slight accent, and that would make perfect for
Yeah.
reading of especially Danish fairy tales. And as some of you might know, I know John knows, Hans Christian Andersen is a Dane. He wrote a few fairy tales, and he was born roughly 40 kilometers from where I'm living. He used to stay in my town. He was a couch surfer back around 150 years ago.
Okay. I just want to make sure so that you understand where we're at. This man put on a black wife beater.
What? Showing some shoulders? Black wife beater? It's called a tank top, fool. Big difference. You know, you have to understand the difference between a wife beater and a tank top. Okay. A wife beater is a white t-shirt, has little straps on it. You know, usually it's one of those that, you know, you like my father wore them because, you know, you wanted to have the t-shirt on, but you didn't want to have, you know, that polyester rubbing on your nipples all day long. So you wore a t-shirt under it, but you didn't want to, you know, it was warm outside. So you didn't want to put on a full t-shirt or basically double dress. Yeah, we've all seen what the wife beaters look like. This is a t-shirt, a tank top.
Peter, he shut the lights off.
Yeah, to make it a little more intimate, get you in the mood for some nice little evening chat. She doesn't like this. A shirt is a wife. Shirt is white. Yes. Yeah, no, he's going to turn on the bright lights to try to have like a bedtime story. Yeah, Yamaha, exactly. Yamaha does, you know, he has the lights down dim whenever he's reading. So what's wrong with Baker doing this? Oh, I guess it's a big sin. She is excited by her. She is like out there flicking the beans. She's just like, oh my God, can you believe that he puts this shirt on? Why can't my husband look like this? Jeff, why won't you look? Why can't you get a body like this, Jeff? How come you look like you're mentally slow?
This isn't a joke. This isn't a joke.
Yeah, it is a joke.
He shut the lights off, put 2 candles on. He put behind him bed sheets.
Well, she does have a little bit of yeastage, you know. You know, if you got the difference between a wife beater and a tank top, dumbass. She wanted bread he's baking. Well, she might have enough yeast, allegedly, you know, to bake a bread. Yeah, actually, it is a joke, dummy. Yeah. This. Oh my God, it is a joke, but she doesn't understand jokes.
And he lowered the lights and he decided to read fairy tales for bedtime for you. And so, oh God.
And
yeah,
at all the local castles. And well, I thought we always deal in a lot of bad stuff on this channel. So maybe just before bed, you can have a fairy tale with the baker and then go straight to bed. It won't be a long stream. It will only be a short one where I read a little fairy tale for you. You can snuggle into your warm bed and get ready for a long night. And how to best start a long warm night is, of course, to start it with the baker.
Yeah. See, what I don't understand why she was laughing. Yeah, she's too dumb to get it. Apparently, she's a complete idiot because, you know, we know the baker, and he does whenever. This is another lips, possibly. It is possible. It is possible that she is another lips. I mean, she does give that appearance as another lips. You know, all I can picture is this right here.
I like you, lover boy. Yes, Shizzy. Can I call you my lover boy? Yes, Shizzy. Can I call you my lover boy? Who is Shizzy with no legal background? talking legal issues. Sounds like a felony to me, dude. You need to stop now, or you'll get convicted practicing without a license. How much court time you got, Shizzy? You sound like a fool in the legal crowd. Shiz, come on. Shiz, come the fuck on. I hooked your ass up, stop being a follower. Poor Shiz, I need to give you money. You're a nice guy, pulled into this bullshit, but damn, I still want you. Get a mind of your own. Maybe then you'll have a real chance with me. Shiz, I like you, lover boy. Shizzy, can I call you my lover boy? Shizzy, can I call you my lover boy? My family's worth over 10 million. I'm worth more than Jeremy could imagine. Your audience got no mind of their own. Shiz, what guy fights this hard for a stupid ass narcissist? Shiz will make sure his gay crush walks away. Okay, love a bonus boy. Shizzy and Hales are in love sitting in a tree. Come on, Shiz, stop being gay and come to me. Shizzy got no brain. Hales tells him how to think, but your gay ass still fights, and it's turning me on the brink. Shiz, I like you, lover boy. Shizzy, can I call you my lover boy? Shizzy, can I call you my lover boy? Let's not be fooled, the guy is unethical. Shiz, no legal education, still educating monkey brains. I'll give you a live debate right now from a woman who changed laws interstate. Come play this game with me. Shizzy, who's a gay nut? Shiz fights for a man just to gain followers. Now that is one fuck real man, and I fucking love you. There's something about you I love. Shiz, there's something about you I truly trust, and like, I can't stop thinking about you. It's all good, pure entertainment, but really, I'm obsessed. I get it. Shiz, I write music too. Shame you don't know me. You might have been my friend or more. Honestly, Shiz, I haven't roasted you yet. You still appear as a sweet guy I want. Shiz, I hope you don't think legally Leslie's been added. I'm suing Hales in state court. Nothing in federal, he's stranded. Why do males go to bat for Hales? I'm open-minded, best friends are gay. No hate, Shiz, you're cool. Shiz, I would care so much if you just obsess over me the way I obsess over you. Shiz, I like you, lover boy. Shizzy, Shiz, I like you, lover boy. Shiz, come the fuck on. Can I call you my lover boy? Please, I want you. I'm obsessed. I get it. But really, I can't stop thinking about you.
So let's get into it.
Let's.
I see a few people in chat. I won't be interacting so much with chat because I'll read the fairy tale for you. So get comfortable, relax, and let's just see how this goes. Maybe it can be a reoccurring thing. Maybe it's a one-off. You'll never know. But my members have chosen the Emperor's new clothes, or the Emperor's new suit, however you want to translate it.
I am glad you're here, Jessica Walsh. I have just one thing to say to you at this point. Fuck you, okay? Fuck you for not doing your recon and finding this before. Because had you done that, I guarantee you would have never, okay? Never. You did not.
Yeah, of course, Jay Walsh jumps right in there. Guys, I was asleep and literally just jerked awake. Right as Jess put this on, I woke up to see this. Because, oh my God, how dare. No, she's got a thing for the baker. Like, she wants to get in the baker. Just these two lolcows are like, Baker, show me more shoulder. Like, she's excited right now. Jay Walsh has got out all of the little toys, and she's just, just like, ooh, it's the baker. The baker is on. I rewatch this daily just so I know that he's talking to me. Baker is talking to me. Oh, the baker. They're just, oh, Baker, how dare you? How dare you like read a story with a t-shirt on, with a tank top, showing your meaty muscles for me. Oh,
Not do your recon. You did not do the work that you were supposed to do. You should have. This is your fault, actually. Just we're blaming you for all of this. I'm sorry. Back to the fairy.
if I'm not mistaken, this is before Jay Walsh even started in on her crazy. I'm pretty sure that this is much older, before Jay Walsh. This might have been what got her all like heated down there. I mean, this is better than waking up and being sent to the Fleas channel. Like, just Jay hip to me once. Yes.
And yeah, it's a fairy tale. Most of you know it's a fairy tale with a lot of political meaning to it, if you really think about it. But that's not what we're going to do here tonight. We're just going to read it. And yeah, remember how it was to be kids and learn about Hans Christian Andersen for the first time.
With the lights
Hey
off.
Jude, hey
with-
Miami, hey Texas Jen, This Way Up, Christine, Audra, Carlene, Farrell, and the White Rabbit, Jung, all the other people, and of course, Dave and his sister Farrell is in chat as well. But let's get to it, because
When was it? Let me get you. This was unfortunately this was not that long ago. This is only 2 years.
2 years. This is well before Jay Walsh. Look at that. Look at this. 2 years ago. Two years ago. Oh, it wasn't that long ago. It's longer than you've been on the YouTubes, you psycho. 2 years ago. Think about that. 2 years ago, he put out this video. She had to go digging deep to try to get something. Digging deep to try to get something. Good morning, Big Dirtification. How you doing? Welcome. I 2 years ago. Where is this crazy woman from? She's from Massachusetts. Yeah, she actually ran for a government office and lost. Like, she was one of 4 finalists, final officials that were running for it. She had protective orders from one of the person that actually got elected. She had a protection order out against her because of the crazy stuff she was doing. Like, it was insane. Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, almost 3. I remember he was doing these just after you started. Yeah, exactly, Yamaha. He was out trying something new, having a little bit of fun. She's having to dig up so much crazy. Almost 3 years ago.
Ago. 2 years ago. November 12th of 2023. Okay, so this is.
Look at that. November 12th. Yeah, almost 3 years ago. See, Yamaha remembers this. There was a flood warning last night in Massachusetts.
They're laughing at us.
Time flies. Yeah.
Like, this isn't 10 years ago. This is 2 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
nothing better to do right before bed than hang with the baker.
Ew.
Many years ago, there was an emperor so exceedingly fond of new clothes that he spent all of his money.
See, the laughing makes no sense. I don't find anything about it funny. What I mean, is she laughing at something that Chad said? Because there's nothing funny there. I mean, she's just giggling for no reason. Like, it's like, okay, fill us in on the joke. Hey, Rick, how you doing?
Of being well-dressed. He cared nothing about reviewing his soldiers, going to the theater, or going for a ride in his carriage, except to show off his new clothes.
I can't. That's it. I'm sorry. We cannot.
I mean, she's laughing, but it makes no sense of why she's laughing. It's like the most insane amount of like, what are you finding funny? Like fill everyone in on the joke. She's a dimwit. Yes, Faves. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's not a laugh. It's a schoolgirl giggle. It is. I mean, I could understand if somebody in chat was saying something and she pulls it up and she finds it funny, but it's like there's nothing funny about it. Oh, it makes sense, Shizzy. She gets the tingles. Yeah, that's probably what it is. She's got the toys that got thrown away, you know, and she's just like, oh, it just tickles. It tickles so much.
Oh, good morning, Lucky Linda Lulu. What are you watching? Thank you for asking. Fairy Godmother. This is Fairy Godfather. This is a not so old video of the Broken Baker, where he thought it was
2 years
sensual
old.
idea to. I can't even say.
Well, you can't think because your brain is blocked with stupidity. I don't know. She can't seem to think.
He shut the lights off. He positioned 2 candles behind him. He deliberately chose a black wife beater tank top.
Okay. I'm still not finding the humor. She's too close for me. I fear for my safety. The woohoos.
Behind him, he put some sort of bed with a light situation going on to add to the ambiance, and it is
a bedsheet bed. A bedsheet bed. I mean, I'm looking at this, and all that I see is that he's got a. Oh, okay. I think I know what she's talking about. I think she's talking about this back here. Right here, like to show that it's a nighttime stream. Maybe that could be. I mean, I think this is actually just a background that you get on certain platforms, you know, like that it's like an image to sort of give like a little bit of color, but more dead space. Somebody that's a photographer would understand what all that is supposed to be. But yeah, it's just a stock image. I mean, she's talking about what's inside the border here, you know, in this area here. I guess that's what she's talking about. I didn't really notice it until then, but everything that's right here is what she's talking about. The background here. That's what she's talking about. Like, okay. It's supposed to fill up the space so you don't have the solid black background, like I do here. I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So if I take and bear with me because it takes a little bit to do this. All right, let's see. We'll put in a where is it? I will find it here. Apps and widgets. Let's see. We'll put in a background here because I don't have any backgrounds on this particular one. No, that's not it. It's got to be one here. Oh, here, I'll show you. So what she's talking about, if you look at my image right now, you see where you have the VIP and the gold all around on the outside. That's what she's talking about, is all of this on that image. Everything that's outside of the frame, like a background. That's what she's talking about. She thinks that that's some sort of big deal. It's not. It's fucking dimwit. Like I can't even imagine. Yeah. Or she was mad that he was not naked. That's a possibility. It's a very big possibility. Mad that she's not gonna. Yeah. Rosalind, you got to step up your game. He was showing both shoulders and part of his chest. Normal people don't think like that. Yeah, normally.
Fairy tales with Baker. He's reading The Emperor's New Clothes. He talks about himself in the third person. This has to be one of the best comments I've seen in my lifetime.
And then, of course, you got a Cajun butterfly saying this is the best way to dehydrate their vajayjay. Yeah, listening to her is definitely a way to get it dried out.
Listen, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's going on. I'm just telling you that I found it and that my new single is going.
My new single is gonna be. So she finds something from 2 years ago where Baker does something as a complete joke, and she takes it as serious. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, this is pitiful. Pitiful. So this chick let loose all her moisture because of, no, I think she let loose all of her moisture because of, you know, she's needing some Baker. That's what it is. The Baker's just too much for her to handle. Way too much for her to handle. She can't handle it. She just can't handle the Baker. Listening to her is like listening to the flea. You lose brain cells. That's why we're here, to keep those brain cells, you know, caffeinated, happy caffeinated brain cells. Don't you just love happy, you know, caffeinated brain cells? I do. I don't get her sense of humor. Maybe that's it. I mean, I don't find her funny. I don't even find her. Emperor's New Clothes is a lie. When I'm naked, I'm invisible. Baker lying again. Everyone should stream in a black wife beaters now. I'm thinking I have plenty of them. I think tonight is I'm showing up in a black wife beater. I'm going to make sure that I get the I've got to get the right one though. It's got to be black. Most of mine, just because, you know, I used to wear them under my work shirt. They're sort of faded over years of use. Chat there, our asshole. I don't know. Some of her chat is I think like 90% of her chat are a bunch of hate watchers. Like, that's what I'm wondering. I'm trying to get every generation. She can't handle that shoulder. I know she can't. She can't. Oh, so bad. So bad. And it makes me just wonder, is she ever going to let this go? And I'm thinking no. So the harder she digs in, the more we're going to do it. I'm never going to Massachusetts. Between Bubbles and the lolcows, I'm worried it's contagious. Stupidity? Maybe there's something in the water. That's what I'm beginning to wonder. Is there something in the water that makes them do this? Oh my God. Look at this. It's the red dragon. Welsh lady. Miss you, my friend. All this hate towards Baker is absurd. I know. Now I've seen Welsh lady show some shoulder. Now you got to look out, guys, whenever she reads. Yes. We've got the two dragons in here. The two dragons. We got the red dragon and the green dragon in here. Walrus twin sister. Yes. I'm beginning to wonder. F&L blacktop. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, F&L blacktop. Gotta be, you know, it's all going to be, you know, that's how I'm showing up this Friday. Black wife beater. Be prepared. I'm going to be showing shoulder. Yeah. I probably won't do it for the pre-stream, but I will definitely, you know, I'm going to have to break one out. I mean, good Lord, if you go back to some of my streams, like, who knows what you're going to find. Oh, I'm so glad my daughter isn't going to school there anymore. You should be completely Wolfgang ass dragon. I'll wear a blank top. Volstorm, you show up on FNL naked half the time, so I don't know why you would even bother. That'd be overdressed. It'd be overdressed. You want me to play the intros? Oh my God. You got me lurking in the corner. Oh, and Dragon's Gravy. I love the song. It was good. It really was. Good job on that. Dragon's Gravy has been putting out some music and just having some damn fun with it. Been having an absolute blast. Well, the government is making that fake meat. They may be putting something in it. That's a possibility. You're wearing a black tank right now. This is awkward. Well, Rosalind, I have to have you come on for show off your shoulders. Of course, that would be more than the interwebs can handle. Be way more than they can handle. Yeah, no mo tonight, or else we would get plenty of shoulder. Wear your country overalls, super sexy. I do have those. I do. No, they're called bib overalls, and you have to decide whether I'm going to wear the ones with the stripes in it or just the blue ones. The blue ones. We know you're in your boxers. Who says I'm not in commando? Could be possible. I'll put it this way: I'm dressed from the waist up. You know, pants are prison, so you never know. You never know. I don't want to give that image to the J7 or to the other psycho, the lol cows. You're in a silk strappy shoulder bearing PJs. Will that work? That works great. The black tank top. The black tank top. Too much. Oh, it is morning, you know. And if you're in the UK, it is evening, I believe. I think I'm right on that. So, you know, it's a good switch over. Bet you need to change from t-shirt to tank top live. I have done that before. Live on an FNL. I've gone completely shirtless before. I've just showed up without a shirt on. Oh, it's out there. Lips, the fleas, the lees on a live. None of them would be able to get a word in full stop. No, they wouldn't. They absolutely wouldn't. They wouldn't be able to handle it. They wouldn't be able to handle. Oh, and Live for Life says in the UK it is lunchtime. Prince Uncle says no, it's noon in the UK. That's right. I should have remembered that. It's like whenever I would stream, you know, if I did anything live, I would have to do it at like 6 o'clock in the morning, just because everybody would be halfway awake. Only benefit to Shizzy going commando is he's more reluctant to chase me down the street after leaving him a porch present. No, it is. I'm not reluctant. I will chase you naked down the street. I'll chase you naked anywhere, Yamaha, just because I know it freaks you out. You've never seen a short man dragging a third leg behind. See, that was Halloween. Oh wait, till she finds those videos. Yeah. I wonder how long it'll be. Yeah, I'm just lazy. You're not lazy. Good to see you. Everybody. My God. Some people are not understanding all the humor to it. They really don't understand the humor to it. I mean, Baker, why has she got such a hard on for the baker? I really don't know why. What? Just one. Rosalind, I'm saving that one. I'm saving that one. I will keep that for my own personal collection. Just one. You're killing me. It's the accent. It is the accent. Oh my God. Yeah. For some reason they have this idea that the baker is like this bad, horrible person because someone interacted with him online. And she wants to show all the private text that somebody was having, two grown adults are having between one another. And sure, Baker might have been having some sort of sexual conversation. No, share with the class. I got to get permission on that one to share with the class. I mean, I'm not just going to, share that with everyone. Let's see. Like I said, I'm not going to go show like intimate pictures of Rosalind unless she agrees with that I can show it. then I'll do it. Then I'll do it. But I'll have to see her. I have to see her in agreement with that, before I do it. If maybe if you guys like super chat. Let's see. Here we go. And let's see. I will go in here to this and go to this and send this to my email. Here we go. And just send it over. Maybe if we get enough super chats, we'll show a little bit of shoulder with Rosalind's approval. Good morning. Oh, let's see. We'll send it over there like that. All right. We got to see the super chat. I mean, I'm going to totally grift off those. Yeah. See, Rosalind tells you get the super chats in there. You get to see a Rosalind shoulder. Mm-hmm. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If you're lucky, you'll get to see one. I don't think they want to see it, Ross. They're saying no. They're saying no. We don't like the shoulders. It's not my fault. We can only do so much. We can only do so much. Oh, and I do have another banger that's going to be coming out, and I will be tonight working on it. I'm shouldering shoulder right now. Just ask your husband. See, Faves is getting in on it right there. If Rosalind took a picture of rump roast, I'm rage quitting. No. It is. There's no rump in there. There's no rump. It is full on shoulder, 100% shoulder. You've never seen anything so alluring, I guess is the best way to put it. Late popped in and dropped a like. Good day. Today you was watching the football slow moving giant. Awesome. It's all about the feet and the toe picks. No, I don't. I'm not showing feet and toe picks. Faves, you tease. She is an absolute tease. Rosalind, you need only me. Let's see. What would be worth their shoulders, Roz? You got to tell me what are those shoulders worth? What are those shoulders worth? Maybe. Damn sultry shoulders is dangerous, boys. Yes, they are. What's it worth? What's it worth to show a picture of Rosalind's shoulder? What is it worth to you guys? Must not be. You must not want to see them. I got you. No feet. No feet. No, there won't be any feet. I don't show the feet pics. No, that's never good. That's never good. Won't show the feet pics. Oh my God. This is awesome, Rosalind. Yeah, we do show shoulder pics over here, though. Has this turned into OnlyFans? No, it's only shoulders. Only shoulders. It'd take a lot more to get my shoulders on here today. Oh, we got Quill Worker says ankles or kneecaps. Now that's racy. Yes. If you're in like the 40s or 30s, sad effort, chat. I know, Rosalind, they really don't like your shoulders. They really don't like your shoulders. My husband has pretty feet. So do I. Sadly, my daughters have ugly feet. Oh man. What was it that I think it was an Eddie Murphy thing. He had a thing about feet. Quill Worker, thanks for the super chat. No, I appreciate that, Quill Worker. We might get there. We might get there. I haven't set any sort of goal. Rosalind, you gotta set some sort of goal. Yeah, no toes, gross. Yeah, the toes thing, it's weird. It's weird and creepy. It's weird and creepy. I can't do the toes. It's just makes no sense to me. Like, I mean, if that's your thing, fine, but not really my cup of tea. Not really my cup of tea. So weird. Let me see. Where can we put that? We will put that. Ooh, look at that. Malin says, bare butt black tank top running. I'm here for it. She's wanting bare butt. She's wanting butt. There is no butt. I'm not showing bare butts in here. Mama said my cloud hoppers is stanky. Mama said my cloud hoppers is stanky. Thank you, Malden. I'll send my feet there. Stunning. No feet pics. 12 years of ballet, jacked up feet. Yeah, that would happen. Oh, Malden. Just for that, we might have to do the image there. Oh man. Let's see what we got here. Let's find it and we'll give you a flash of it. We'll flash a little shoulder. How's that? Just a little. You think you can handle it? I don't think chat can handle it. I don't know. I'm having a hard time keeping up with it here. You know, it's it's you know, you got the Baker shoulders and you got the Rosalind shoulders. I don't know. Baker shoulders. I don't know. That's going to be hard to compete with, Roz. It's going to be hard to compete with. It really is. All right. You guys ready? I like big butts and I can't not lie. Oh, I've seen her in person. I can handle it. I don't know. The rest of the chat may not be able to handle it. They may not be able to handle it. But here you go. A little flash of shoulder. I don't know. Baker shoulder or Rosalind shoulder. I don't know. I think the Rosalind shoulder is much more feminine. Just saying. Much more feminine. Don't you think? Don't you think? Much more feminine. I like the feminine shoulders. We have been together 40 total. So you got it. I will not show, but you show your nuts. You said you want me to show my nuts. Really? Is that what it takes? Me showing my nuts? I don't know. I don't know. That seems a little odd. Me showing you my nuts. I mean, sort of creepy, isn't it? Do you want me to show my nuts, or you want to see Roz's shoulder? I mean, I guess I could show you my nuts, but you guys, you know, we do have to keep it clean here. We do have to keep it clean before I show you my nuts. All right, here we go. There's my nuts. It's the shizzy dumb nuts. We know they're dumb because they're wearing safety gear. Take it easy, shizzy. A little early for rain. They're also shrivelly. Just one nut. Just one. I mean, I could probably do it just as one. See, let's see. One nut next to your shoulder. I don't know. Nut or shoulder? I think the shoulder's better. That's what I think. Shoulder's better. Not as good as the nut. Well, I mean, just depends. It depends on your outlook of it. They're so wrinkly, so shriveled. Bad. Only one shoulder. What are their names? Left and right? I don't know. I didn't have any reason to name them. I thought they were adorable too. It's so bouncy. So bouncy. I clearly paid for an ankle. Oh, are you gonna be streaming later? I'll be streaming later. Get all the shoulder that you can handle. Yes, if you haven't subbed up to Rosalind, she's got plenty of shoulder, and it's well worth it. The nuts are hands down the ugliest body part ever. Well, moist at least. Moist nuts. Moist nuts. Well, they do. Dumb and dumber. Probably. I would agree. Left and right, probably Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, I mean, you got to have the dumb nuts, you know. Call them Frank and Andy. I don't know. Andy sounds like a weird name, doesn't it? I mean, I know it's short for Andrew, but it's sort of a weird name. But we are special over here. At least we try to be a little special. All right. Because this is going to be, I was hesitant about doing this, but I'll do just a little bit more, because somebody is very, very full of themselves. All right. And I'm resizing it so you can understand. They are a little bit full of themselves. And like I said, the reason I'm covering this image is because there's pictures of the chill in there, and I'm not into sharing people's, kids' images on the YouTubes. I mean, if they want to do that, that's up to them. But I'm not sharing these images.
I was very close. So
close.
I get another text message from someone, and I'm like, okay, so now I'm like, so to the first person, I said, send me anything that you think is like extremely egregious that I would need to know about. And I just got a clip of her. She's just talking about like me not being a good mother or whatever. And so here's the thing.
Show the receipts. Show the receipts. What do you think going online at what? This was, and I'll have to look here. Just give me bear with me. I'm gonna look here for a second. And hold on. I'm gonna stop that for a second. So what I want to do is I want to see how long ago this was. So this was streamed 7 hours ago. So she's on around midnight. Around midnight. Imagine this. You go on around midnight, losing your shit on the interwebs. Losing your absolute shit on the interwebs. On around midnight, freaking out. Because people are sending this would be the lol cow. Like losing her mind. No, we're not talking about you. We're laughing at your stupidity. Laughing. All of us are laughing at your absolute stupidity. That you've turned into what the internet considers a lol cow. Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you? Welsh lady she sent me images over on, I bet you she sent me something over on X. It's probably a picture. That's what I'm thinking. Probably a picture. Let's see if she sent it over here. Nope, it's not there. Sent me a message. Where did you send me a message? I will have to find it. I'll have to find it. Oh, here we go. This is glorious. This is glorious. Let me see. Just helping Rosalind get to her goal. All right, let me do this. Hold on. Here we go. Welsh lady. This is absolutely perfect. I'm gonna share this. Hold on. This is too good to pass up. This is too good to pass up. All right. You're gonna love this. I've got Welsh lady that's sending images. Now, I will tell you, Welsh lady, that is a fine shoulder. It is a fine shoulder. But here's the thing. Super chat, you get to see the red dragon shoulder. And I would show Yamaha's, but the only problem is, he's missing an arm and a head. There's no head there. He's so it is nothing but shoulder. It looks just like one big shoulder. But super chat up there. We'll get it. We'll get more shoulders. Send me your shoulder pics. You can hit me up on X. You can show them over on the Discords. You can show them. You can email the shoulder pics. I'll post them up there, and we'll get the shoulder pics happening. Hey, those are private. Well, they're not really private. We've seen your shoulders, Yamaha. They're just, it's like one big shoulder. Whenever you're the headless horseman, there's nothing but shoulder. Again, her own words. We make fun of her own words. Absolutely. That's absolutely what we're doing. We are making fun of her own words.
And there's no way to determine what percentage of people like what I say. There's no way to determine what percentage of people don't like what I say. There's no way to know what people listening are indifferent and just listen to listen, right? I don't know that. I have nothing to go by. The only measurement that I have, Jesus Christ, the only measurement that I have.
Rosalind, I have my faves. Rosalind has some great shoulders. I don't know. Welsh lady has got some great shoulders too. Just saying. Come on, folks. 2 continents, 2 shoulders. Give a man some love. They don't love me that much, Roz. They don't love me. They don't like shoulder pics. That's what it is. Thank you, faves. I appreciate it. Just show a bike shot for the Yamaha shoulder. There you go.
Would be feedback directly to me, which I often solicit, of which I get no negative feedback. I only just get positive. Nobody sends me any.
Because you never listen to the negative. She is as bad as the flea. Like, you send any negative feedback and they block you. Like, we were talking about somebody that went balls deep after Cyber Chick. Like, the negative feedback that she's received, this mental midget, the negative feedback you've received is you went from over 10,000 subs to down, like you were about to hit 8,000 subs. Like your like level of people interested in supporting you is decreasing. At this point, most people, I was going to send a shoulder of lamb, but they're family. It's not a shoulder either. Oh yeah. Oh, Randy Washington. Oh, bonjour, Randy. Thanks for the support. Did Randy send something in too? I must have missed that. Let me see. Randy. Oh, there we go. Side boob is everything. I have sexy calves. Baker has some muscular calves. I mean, I would not want to, I would not want to go up against Baker. I mean, there's a reason why Valhalla says he would, he could feed a whole family off of those. Oh my gosh. Hey, how many subs does Cyber Chick have now? You know what? I honestly don't know. Let me take a look. Let me take a look and see. I'll tell you what. We'll go here, and we're going to look and see how many. So Jess Machado, she is down to 9.85 whenever this came on. Let's pull up the Cyber Chick. So Cyber Chick has 2.79, and I want to see her. I really want to see Cyber Chick get up. I want to see her it far exceed that. I think she should have at least 10,000 subs. Easy. Absolutely should be there. I mean, Cyber Chick has been doing her own damn thing. thought she was finding my scared nose or my Peter's nipples. Well, probably both. Probably both. Yeah. So Machado is dropping, and you've got the cyber chick 2.79. Yeah, she's just growing. Just growing. And that's the thing about that she doesn't understand is there's a reason why cyber chick is growing, because the amount of vitriol that she's had for her. Oh my God.
Criticisms or negative stuff. I haven't got one call on my show this week where it's been like some sort of an argument or a fight or questioning me on anything. And then two, in this platform, the only other thing I can do is I can look at my views, right, and see if people will continue to tune in.
Well, there's a difference between people tuning in and people hate watching, because as we found out, a lot of people, Halloween gets copied on November 2nd. That's a possibility. I mean, we got 4th of July coming up. Now, I don't know how it is in you guys' states, but on the 3rd, government be shut down. Nothing's going on the 3rd. Like, so I'm actually off on the 3rd. I don't have to work, which I don't work on Fridays anyway. So it's not really a day off for me. Damn it. Why does it have to be a Friday? Cyber Chicks channel. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, French. I appreciate that. Grow that channel. Grow that channel.
And what I've noticed is that I will tell a story. That story will have context. It will have meaning.
Never have you ever told a story that has context. Never. You've gone on and cried and bitched and moaned and yelled and flipped out. If you're saying that your story has context where you're out there sharing, private messages with people, imagine this. No, any sane person, you see someone out there spreading out private shared text messages, something that you're sharing with another person. It'd be like me having a private conversation with Rosalind, expecting that that's going to stay private, to all of a sudden throw it up on screen and say, this is what Rosalind said about such and such, and this is how she believes. That, why would you do that to somebody? So you're saying that there's context of you doing that?
Behind it. It'll have heart behind it. It'll have intent behind
What?
it. And dumb women on the internet.
You'll have a fart behind it. And any story that she'll tell you, I'll have a fart behind it. The fartopotamus.
By the name of Valerie, they don't hear that because they don't have meaning or heart. The reason why Valerie doesn't hear the whole story, she doesn't pick up on the meaning behind the things I say, she doesn't absorb the intent, is because she is not that kind of a person, right? You can tell by what Valerie does on the internet, to some extent, what kind of a person she is. And I don't find her to be very maternal.
I'm still waiting to see if we get any more super chats. Welsh, they really do not want to see your shoulder. I'm sorry. They should be. I mean, they should be like clamoring for this. She defined the back shits for us. That's true. She does define the back shits. Dumb women on the internet. Jess, you are one of those dumb women. Yes, absolutely. The dumbest of the dumbest of the dumbest.
Don't find her to be very compassionate or loving. And I don't find her to be sympathetic or have empathy for anybody.
No, she's not talking about Valhalla. She's talking about someone named Valerie, some chick named Valerie.
And the reason why when I tell a story, someone like Valerie only extracts from it a negative connotation of my own words is because of who Valerie is. It's not because of who I am. It's because of who she is as a person. And I listened to this clip where she's talking about me not being a good mother and exploiting my children. And I'm like, it's because Valerie she's not the same kind of mother that I am, right? Because I think
God, I hope not. I hope all mothers are different. It would be weird. Valerie is sharp. Yeah. That's what she absolutely hates, someone that's smarter than her, which is, it's not a far reach to find someone smarter than her. People that sold grilled cheese with a bacon piece in the of the queen face also had a story and a heart in their product. Yeah. Oh, you mother. All right. Yeah, I know she is. What's a girl? I don't know, Welsh. I don't know what a girl's got to do. You know, she's out here throwing her shoulders at you guys, and you don't want to see the Welsh's shoulders. I'll tell you, you got some competition there, Roz. You got some competition for those shoulders. Who is Valerie? I'm confused. I'm lost. Somebody that she hates. You have to. I don't listen to all of her stuff, but whenever she came after one of my friends, the baker, and then continued on coming after the expert, you know, you caught my attention.
A person who is the same kind of mother, the stories that I tell like resonate with them. And so,
Oh, who? I'm trying to figure out who this resonates with. I mean, here's the thing: you share something private with her. All you ladies that are out there supporting this lol cow, just remember anything. She can't stand. Yeah, Queen Valerie, and she can't stand the lol cows. I hope not. Because, you know, whenever mostly on X, oh, okay, that's why. Because I'm on X, but I don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. That would explain it. Oh, okay, Valerie's fault now. Justice for Valerie and Cyberchick. Yeah. There you go. Justice for the both of them. Ryder Chick. Good morning. Oh, Ryder Chick is in here. Good to see you. Yeah, she's got issues with Valerie now. You know. Let's pick a new target to go after. Never show your children on the internet. Never share their real names. Never share where they work and where they will be and when they will be there. Never, ever, never. Right. Resonates with the mental cases? No. And this is the thing. She's shown her behavior of what she did with Cyberchick. She's shown her behavior, what she's going to do with anybody that shares anything with her. Anybody that is out there sharing a personal story, something that, you know, is just like, it would be like, you know, Yamaha coming up to me and saying, hey, you know, this is sort of like a horrible thing that happened, you know, so, you know, to say, you know, like open themselves up. And then for me to like blast it out on the internet, well, Yamaha said X, Y, and Z would be so inappropriate. Just, it would be the most vile thing to do. And nobody would trust me after that. And that's what she's losing. Once these people wake up and realize that what she's done to Cyberchick, she's going to do to the rest of her chat and the rest of her followers. It becomes,
I just want to say, like, I'm not surprised that Valerie doesn't get out of it what most
it's a good idea.
To the point, what I heard her say was that I exploit my children. So in particular,
yes, you are exploiting your children. People are saying you're exploiting your children. The reason I have my nuts up here on the screen is because she is exploiting her children as she's doing this stream. She's got an image of her fucking kids on the interwebs. Make it make sense. Make it make sense why you have an image of your kids. You have told people when your kids are going to be at work, where they work. And you're saying she's mad because she claims that I'm exploiting my children. Yes, like you are currently doing.
I tell stories about my children or struggles with parenting or successes with parenting. not to exploit my children, not for clicks
Yes, you've been doing it for clicks and views. You can't make fun of either one.
and views, but to have conversations, to maybe talk about a subject that nobody else is talking about for a long time.
You mental health. Just remember, it's not difficult to get this. Yes, it's not difficult to go get mental health. I mean, I had somebody come in here, and started in, and it makes me concerned that she needs to be Baker acted, because they wanted to come in and say, well, how are you guys going to feel for piling up and ganging up on her? Nobody's ganging up on you. This is how the internet works. In case you haven't figured that out, if you're out there showing pictures of your fucking kids on the internet and somebody shows that picture on the internet, it's because you put it out there. Don't put it out there. People don't show it. They don't talk about it. You're talking about your kids and people are talking about you talking about your kids. That's how the internet works. If you have not figured this out yet by now, get off the goddamn internet. Like, seriously. It's not just about covering their faces. There are some really, really sick people out there. I shared photos of an idiot on Facebook who didn't get it. Yeah, I would never do that now. Yeah. I personally think the internet has ruined a lot of people. No, these people were ruined in the first place. These people were ruined in the first place. They've just brought it much more forward.
There were things when I was a stay-at-home parent that nobody talked about, and I felt very much alone. A lot of people don't know this, but a long time.
That's why you make friends in your community instead of enemies. She makes enemies of all of these people. Like if she's doing what she did to Cyberchick in real life, if she's doing what she did in real life with these people, no wonder she doesn't have any friends. No wonder she can't get any support. Nobody trusts her. If I were kids, I wouldn't trust her. Like, why are you putting my picture out there, woman?
Ago, I used to have a blog. It was called, I'm not even going to say it. I used to have a blog a long time ago. It's gone. I don't know if it's still out there, but it's gone. And I used to.
No, you put it on the internet. It's still out there. Okay. Your blog is still out there. Internet never forgets. Now, see what she did there is she's calling on people to go check out whatever blog she had and show it. That exploiting her children yet again.
To blog about parenting on there because I felt very alone and I didn't know how to parent. And I didn't have.
You don't know how to parent. You don't know how to internet. Why don't you make a blog about that you don't know how to internet? Like asking for help. Before the village dumb was mocked in the bar, but the internet appeared and all the village dumbs created their community. Everyone has a damn blog. It's not special. Yes, I do know your background. I do know your background. These fools.
A lot of support. I didn't know what I was doing. And I would blog at night and put out like everything going on in my life. And occasionally I'd get a comment in the comment section where somebody would give me advice or, and I would be like, okay. So.
She don't know how to sonk either. No, she doesn't. She's got issues with sonks. Issues with the sonks. But don't worry, she's got a new single she's going to release. I'm just flabbergasted by it. Thanks for the stream. You're about to go off on this this here. Jess, have a great day. You have a great one also. Date night. You have a great one also. All right. Since I've tempted you guys long enough, I'm amazed that you guys haven't wanted to see this. I'm absolutely amazed that you haven't wanted to see this. We're getting a little Welsh lady shoulder. Look at that. Look at that. Do you not agree? Come on, that's a pretty damn good shoulder. Pretty damn good shoulder. Just saying. Shoulders are coming out. Shoulders are coming out. Yeah. Wearing the tank tops. There was a day that we used to think that each village had an idiot. The internet has revealed that there were far more than one idiot per town. Well, it is a big city. Figures I had to get some coffee and Volstorm taking a Assassinito, imposter. I say anything appropriate, you'll corrupt me. That's what I said, Faves. Very nice shoulder. No tan lines. It's hard to get tan lines in the Welsh part of Scotland. My geography is so bad. Oh, yes. It is a very nice shoulder. It is a very nice shoulder. It was no Farbush. Yes, I mean, you've seen Welsh on here before. She's been on stream. Yeah. She's got great shoulders. Great shoulders. Everybody, it is that time. We're running on the 8 o'clock hour. I'm gonna be throwing all you fine people. Go over to see Mo in the deep end. Now, Mo won't be doing a stream tonight. I'll be on my own tonight. It'll be quite interesting. I've got something planned for you. We'll have to see how it goes. And then of course Friday we'll be over on her stream togethers, and then over here tomorrow night for an FNL pre-stream, and then of course show up. I may show up just showing shoulders. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how chat is Friday night. Now, if Friday night we get you guys coming into chat, we get those super chats up. Oh, you'll get some shoulders. Oh, yes, you will. Yes, you will. You will get the shoulders. Well, the idiot got her hand on a keyboard and gained access to the internet. Who allowed them in? Well, they do get in. Everybody, I want you to have a great day. Really, it has been my pleasure to be here, and I hope I wasn't too boring with the court document reads. I think that you got the gist of what was going on. I still haven't read Paint Chip's multifaceted document or screed, just because I suspect the judge is probably going to toss it also. Once he goes through it, he's just going to say, stop filing shit in my court. That is nonsensical. I have a feeling that'll probably come before the weekend, but we'll see. But other than that, everybody have a great day. Go show Mo some love. Go check out the J Hip. He'll be doing a little bit of streaming later on. I think he starts up at 9. But this is where I sign off, and I will see you guys very soon. So peace, y'all.
The only mentally challenged one here.
Ooh, baby. Morning's here again. So let's do this, sugar. And no cream. Wake up slow, take that first sip. Shizzy's got 'em slipping, losing their grip. His moves so smooth to start your day. What you gonna do? Oh, you know the way. You know Papa don't flinch, don't blink. Ooh, baby, he's sharper than you think. Morning Whiz, take it in. Shizzy's got a whole new spin. Fools keep falling, truth's on fire. Papa Nut just lit the pyre. Oh no, They tried to come for him. Look at those fools looking so dim. They poke, they scratch, they beg, they plead. But I'm right here, waiting for my daddy to lead. Pour it black, shake off the night. Shizzy's tease and get me going just right. Morning whiz, start the show. Sip it slow, let it flow. Fools are crying, game's been set. Ooh, baby, they ain't seen nothing yet. Now that's a morning sugar. Coffee's hot and burning. And Shizzy Daddy, oh, he's just getting started. Come on, Daddy, get me some of that something.
Oh my god, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.